Michael is no fucking soldier or no fucking illegitimate guy anymore. He's stone cold dangerous. And welcome to our show. We're going to be talking about one of the greatest Mafia movies that was ever made. Godfather Part 1. You guys left amazing comments, so I really want to thank you. I first saw The Godfather in the late 70s. I think everybody was talking about it when it came out. It not only talked about the Mafia, it talked about our culture as Italian people. So it wasn't just a normal everyday Mafia movie. It was about our culture. It had everybody captivated and listening to it. So I think the whole movie was pretty accurate. It was weddings and family oriented and stuff like that. It's just the way we were as people, let alone the Mafia. And it was like that in the Mafia. So it gives people a real good look at the Mafia and the Italian heritage.
She found a boyfriend, not an Italian. She went to the movies with him. She stayed out late. I didn't protest. They made her drink whiskey. And then they tried to take advantage of her. She resisted. She kept her honor. So they beat her like an animal. Her nose was broken. Her jaw was shattered, held together by wire. Now she will never be beautiful again. Sorry. I went to the police like a good American.
What he should have did if he had any balls was kill them himself. But he didn't have the balls.
They went free that very day. I stood in the courtroom like a fool. And those two bastards, they smiled at me.
Why did you go to the police? Why didn't you come to me first?
In other words, you went to the police because you didn't want to get in trouble. Only because the police turned their back on you did you come to him. Now that's disrespectful. And that's what he's telling them. Why would you go to them first?
What do you want of me? Tell me anything, but do what I beg you to do.
What is that?
He probably whispered in his ear that he wanted them dead. And he is not one of our friends.
That I cannot do.
I'll give you anything you ask.
We've known each other many years, but this is the first time you ever came to me for counsel, for help.
He's never shown himself to be one of his friends. He said, when's the last time you invited me over for coffee? Even though I'm godfather to your child. Why would I do anything for you? So the Godfather was thinking in many different ways when he's talking. I think it was perfectly done, realistic. And he handled it beautifully for a boss, a Mafia boss. He couldn't handle it any better.
I can't remember the last time that you invited me to your house for a cup of coffee. Even though my wife was godmother to your only child.
I didn't want to get into trouble.
I understand. You found paradise in America. You had a good trade, made a good living, police protected you, and there were courts of law. And you didn't need a friend like me. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Instead, you come into my house on the day my daughter's to be married and you ask me to do murder. Money.
I ask you for justice.
That is not justice. Your daughter is still alive.
How much shall I pay you? Godfather?
Good. Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me.
When you get to that level, that's what you should become.
But until that day, accept this justice as a gift on my daughter's wedding day.
That's the way you're supposed to be. That's the way Carlo Gambino was if you want to compare somebody in the street on that kind of a level. That's why he was loved, respected, and feared. It's a perfect example of a Mafia boss, how he thinks, how he operates. He's not hell-bent for election on killing. In the Mafia, we don't kill for money. We kill for reasons. The worst thing he could have did was offer him money. He's right. It was disrespectful. If the Godfather wanted money, he would ask for it. But to offer him money is like, he's not a cheap thug. He's not a guy who's going to take money. He's got more money than this guy could even imagine. He doesn't need money. He needs loyalty, respect, and that's what was lacking in this situation. Until he wanted to be his friend, kissed his hand, he called him Godfather, he gave him respect. That's what he wanted, respect. It's not disrespect to the point where he would retaliate against it. The guy don't know about respect. He's teaching him respect. He didn't deliberately try to hurt him, but he told him, why would you disrespect me? He took it as disrespect.
Sing a song.
Now, you probably got his whole family, the girl's family, and then all of his friends and everybody who wants to be there to respect the Don. There's always somebody going to come over to him and ask him questions and stuff like that. It's not made for that. There's no reason that is happening. It's not a thing that they planned, but a Don is going to be asked questions, especially from people who are not in their life. They'll come over and they'll talk to him and look, and they know who he is. They want respect from him. They want to know him. It's a normal thing that happens. I'm sure he's not getting too involved in those questions.
Mike, you never told me you knew Johnny Fontaine.
Sure. You want to meet him?
Huh? Oh, well, sure.
My father helped him with his career.
He did?
They got to base him on somebody. So basically, Sinatra was very famous in those years, so they based him on him. Sinatra was connected with the mob, so there's nothing wrong with connecting him to Sinatra.
Well, when Johnny was first starting out, he was signed to this personal service contract with a big band leader. And as his career got better and better, he wanted to get out of it. So the next day, my father went to see him, only this time with Luca Brasi. And within an hour, he signed a release for a certified check of $1,000.
How'd he do that?
My father made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
What was that?
Luca Brasi held a gun to his head, and my father assured him that either his brains or his signature would be on the contract.
Anybody in his right mind would sign the contract.
That's my family.
And a lot of mob guys, and later on in the movie, he don't want this kid involved either. He's in the military, he's in the army. It's not like he wants to be away from it, but he explained, he understands, this is my family. They're different. There's a lot of guys, Gigante didn't want his son into life. I didn't want my son into life. Why would we want them into life?
If we lose the old man, we lose our political contacts and half our strength. The other New York families might wind up supporting Salvatore just to avoid a long, destructive war.
Their meeting about the Godfather was probably shot already. Luca Brasi obviously was an extremely dangerous guy who belonged to them. They couldn't put it together where he was.
This is almost 1946. Nobody wants bloodshed anymore. You make the deal, Sonny. You know, it's easy for you to say. Tommy's not your father. I was as much a son to him as you or Mike.
Sonny's a tough guy, hot-headed, a loose cannon a little bit, tough guy, and he loses his life because of it.
Well, the guy at the gates, they said they got a package.
Yeah? Oh, hey, Tess, you go see what it is.
You want me to hang around?
Yeah, hang around. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Should have taken care of that son of a bitch right away.
Paulie sold out the old man, that Strutz.
I don't want to see him again. Make that first thing on your list, understand?
Understood.
What the hell is this?
I never got involved in anything like that, but the Sicilians did that.
That's a Sicilian message. It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
In Italy, this picture, you got to remember, goes back in 1946. So they're bringing back the old days where things like that happened. The days of my time, no, that disappeared. Luca Brasi in this picture, people feared him because when he's pulling the gun and putting it to somebody's head or he's doing whatever, he's going to kill you. They lost a heavy, heavy hitter. Not in betrayal to the other side, but he's dead, so he's gone. The problem that their father is shot, laying in bed in the hospital, and Luca Brasi is that they have problems. They know they're at war. When they kill one of your members, Frankie the Chico is blown up in our family, we're at war. Before these moves are made, you expect maybe some of these things to happen, but when that happens, there's no doubt. Now, they're talking about maybe getting support from other families. Of course, a family's going to try and do that, go to commission meetings or things like that. But then you never know what the fuck is going to happen. It's at war now. And it's not going to just stop there. And it's going to go further. Because he had a family, he's got to make decisions, and he's trying to make a decision. They're going to reach out. You got to make a deal. And that's normal. Because usually if the boss is out of it, the underboss takes over. And the consigliere, they're the administration. They're 1, 2, and 3. So the consigliere is in a very powerful position. He's usually a negotiator and a talker and a thinker. And that's just what this guy is. He's not, we got to kill them, we got to do this, we got to do that. He wants to negotiate. We need a connection here. We got to talk to this family. He's a talker. He's a thinker. He makes things happen. You may have walked out the hospital and sat in the front. You wouldn't leave the guy completely naked. They just shot him, and he's still alive. You got to know he's a Don. They don't want him to live through this. He's got to die. They got to kill him. Leaving him like that is crazy.
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here now.
I'm Michael Corleone. This is my father.
Your father just had too many visitors. They interfered with hospital service. The police made them leave about 10 minutes ago.
Sonny, Michael, I'm at the hospital. Listen, I got here late. There's nobody here. Nobody. No Tessio's men, no detectives, nobody. Papa's all alone. I won't panic.
I'm sorry, but you will have to leave.
They don't know a hit's coming down. They're listening to the cops. They're moving out, but they shouldn't have.
Who are you? I am Enzo, the baker. Do you remember me?
Enzo.
Yes, Enzo.
You better get out of here, Enzo. There's going to be trouble. Listen, wait for me outside in front of the hospital, all right? Stay here, Bob. I'll take care of you now. I'm with you now.
Any man's man, any good mafioso would experience that moment in their lives many, many times. I did. So does so many other guys. As I watched this here, I actually felt that moment. He's got no muscle, he's got no gun, but he stands tall. Sometimes that's more powerful than any weapon.
Come here. Put your hand in your pocket like you have a gun. You'll be all right.
He would have got killed. And whoever was supposed to bodyguard him and stay there, he would have got killed too. It's your fault. Your responsibility is to stay there. Fuck the cops. Walk out of the hospital, stand outside, and do what you got to do. Sit in the car outside.
You did good.
A couple of things. He pulled off the biggest, best bluff in the world. These guys who were going there to kill him, they see a couple of guys standing there. The guy's opening up his jacket, putting his hand in there. Looks like he's going for a gun. And they know if they get out, that's not going to get to the Godfather. It's going to be a shootout. And it fucks the whole hit up. 1. 2, he hugs his father and he tells his father, I'm in. Now, he's not a soldier anymore. In his mind, he's in the Mafia and he's with his father 1,000%. This puts him in the Mafia instead of being, I don't want any part of that life. And he was smart enough to make a great move there. The guy, the baker, is probably shitting in his pants the whole time, but it's definitely his turning point. He doesn't know what he's up against yet, but he's in.
I'm glad you came, Mike. I hope we can straighten everything out. This is terrible. It's not the way I wanted things to go at all. It should have never happened.
I want to straighten everything out tonight.
I mean, I hope you're not a hothead like your brother Sonny. You can't talk business with him.
He's making sure that nobody's following him. An appointment is set up, and they're going to go to a restaurant and meet.
Going to Jersey?
So he's going the wrong way when he asks him, are we going to New Jersey? He's not going to New Jersey. Halfway across the bridge or whatever that is, he makes a U-turn, goes over the fucking island, and goes back in the other direction. Now, if somebody was following him, they would have to do the same thing, and they would see it.
How's the Italian food in this restaurant? Good. Try the veal. It's the best in the city. I'm gonna speak Italian to Mike. Go ahead.
Ok, ho aiutato la famiglia Tattaglia. Io credo che ci potremmo mettere un accordo. Io voglio pace.
What I want, what's most important to me, said I have a guarantee. No more attempts on my father's life.
What guarantees can I give you, Mike? I'm the hunted one. I missed my chance.
Like he said, I'm the hunted one. He's not the hunted one, he's hunted. He's going to bang them out, but he's trying to stop it where they'll collapse and give in, and he can make some sort of a deal with them. They got the cops, they got the drug dealers, they got it all. Now, soon as the Godfather dies, sooner or later they're going to get rid of him, and they're trying to leave him left with the consigliere, part lawyer, part consigliere, because he's a negotiator. And they feel they can make a deal with them. They'll own and run them on their own, and they caved in. It's over. More or less, he's saying, he wants to stop the violence. He thinks that's going to be music to Michael's ears. He knows it's going to be music to the consigliere's ears. It's not going to be music to Sonny's ears. He's going to get hit. He's never coming off the hit list. He underestimated this situation. It's easy for him to underestimate it. He's made the appointment with a cop. Nobody knows of it. They came across that loop. They're sitting pretty. He's comfortable. It's his spot, his pick. I'm sure the cop had a gun on him. So they're not empty. Cop never had a chance to even go for it. The other guy, the first shot is square in that forehead. He's gone. Whether he's got a gun or not, he's gone. Both sides are playing a mind game.
I have to go to the bathroom. Is that all right?
You're going to go take a piss, just like the captain said. When you got to go, you got to go. Let him go. I think in one of them, when he came back, he put his hand, he grabbed his legs. But he didn't have nothing on him, so he sat right down. He had the gun up in his belly, or near his crotch, or wherever he had it.
Si fissaria. Si deve finire.
Well planned, well done. It's a military guy, knew how to use a gun. Beautiful hit. You don't give a flying fuck no more. He's going, he's gone. He feels nothing. He's filled with fucking revenge and hate. He feels nothing. And he's doing what he's got to do to protect his family, himself, and everybody else. I don't think he felt nothing. This is Michael, a tough guy, a killer, stone cold killer. He's got nothing but his fucking brains and his balls, and he's proved himself 1,000%. Now he's feared. He's loved, respected, and feared. When he's talking, that's when you hear the train. That's Michael's mind. He ain't listening no more. That train rumbling in his fucking head. He's waiting to just pull out and do it. He's not listening to him no more. He's not giving him peace. He's there to kill. And that train is his mind. What fucking noise. He don't hear nothing no more. He's not there to talk. He's not there for, that's just a bullshit line that he's got to say something. It was bullshit. It's bullshit on both of their parts. They were playing chess, and the cop and him lost. Michael won. He pulled out, boom, 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 walks out and throws the fucking gun. It's done. And now he's a fucking full-fledged gangster, professional hit guy. And that's real danger. The thing is, he's a thinker. Sonny is a reactionary type of guy, hothead. He's a thinker. Those are the people who are dangerous. The thinkers. Not Luca Brasi, who's pretty easy to kill. Get rid of him. They fear him, they set him up, boom, they kill him. This guy here pulls a fucking tremendous hit. It's a good move to make sure nobody was following him. And who set up the meeting is the captain, the cop. And the police knew where the meeting was going to be because he's got to check in with his other cops. Clemenza or somebody had a connection with the cops. No, he's still going to the meeting in that place. And that's before this all happened. And Clemenza has a pistol hidden in the bathroom. And Michael knows that. In other words, you know you're going to get searched on the way there, which he did. So there has to be a hidden gun somewhere. They can't hide it under a table because what table? he don't know what table he's going to be sitting at. Nobody knows that. So in the bathroom is perfect. This was the moment where he's in the mob, period. He's just killed the leader of the other side and a captain in the police force. A major fucking hit. And he did it perfectly. The only thing I don't agree with is that when he's walking out, he throws the gun on the floor. You would never give up the gun. You would keep the gun and walk out with it. You can throw it away later by a river. But in case you meet somebody outside or something, you would want to keep that gun till you really got away. Then you want to dispose of that gun. Because your fingerprints and everything are all over the fucking thing. So, and maybe somebody else. You never want that gun found. Yeah. And further on, then he goes to Italy and he meets other mob bosses and all kinds of shit.
Mamma mia, io sono cascato innamorato.
Ma vado su per la montagna.
Michele, lascia perdere. In Sicilia femmine sono come la lupara.
They protect each other. So women are deadly. Those women ain't just walking there. I mean, maybe some of them armed. Who the fuck knows?
Fabrizio, fa touchy per me.
So the guy realizes that he's on the lam. He admits that. Guys would pay him a lot of money to know where I am. And he sees him with these mafiosi. He knows. And he knows the guy's doing it with total respect and asks for the family who could walk. He's not going to force her to do anything. So if she comes back to her dad and says, yes, I would like to be with him.
I apologize if I offended you.
Ci dispiace se l'ho offeso.
I'm a stranger in this country.
I'm an American, hiding in Sicily.
Un americano che sta nascosto in Sicilia.
My name is Michael Corleone.
They don't give a fuck who he is, Michael Corleone.
E si chiama...
I want to meet your daughter.
Voglio conoscere vostra figlia.
With your permission.
Con il suo permesso.
And under the supervision of your family.
E con il consenso di tutta la famiglia.
With all respect.
A lot of them came across and married Jewish women, Irish women, German women. And then the kids are not fully Sicilian. You're not growing up with that culture no more. It's broken up and it's watered down. It's like everything else. Everything changes. Society changes. It's changed at the last 5, 10 years, 15 years. It constantly changes. Look at our politics and everything today. First of all, go back to when he first spotted her and vice versa. You could see there's an attraction, almost like an instant love affair about to happen. The way they stared at each other, you could see it. And he goes forward and does this, where it's dangerous to do in Sicily. And when he gets permission to walk and talk with her, you see he takes a walk and all the women, the Sicilian women, are going with him and her to protect her. That's what they do in Sicily. You can't just walk away like this country and go on a date. No. Wants to marry her now and then proposes. Then they'll have this whole wedding and all of that stuff, which they do have. But the first meeting, when they take a walk, it shows you their culture. See, a third thing, we talked about him with 2 different things where he got really into it. The murder of his wife in the car. That's another thing that really made him hardcore. I always said this, people who are tough, bumps in the road like that make them tougher. Weak people get weaker. He's obviously a tough guy. And just because he wasn't in the life, he was in the military, so he might have been a tough guy inwardly anyway.
You just wait there. Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! What's the matter? Open the goddamn gate.
He wasn't vulnerable, he was home. Gated community with bodyguards all over the place. As soon as he finds out, the usual hot-headed goes flying through by himself.
Sonny, come on, get out of here. Go
It would never go to that degree. You don't need 4,000 bullets. That caliber, the caliber of a machine gun is huge. It's equivalent to a 45, maybe even more. And if it's armor piercing, 2-3 shots with pistols, he was dead. They would never let him live. He's a hothead. And he's easy to kill because what they did is they set him up. Your sister got beat up. Whatever the thing is that he got hot, and they knew he would come running out to go help his sister. That's how he winds up. They know he's going to do that. He could have chosen or not went anywhere, said, bring his brother-in-law to me, a boyfriend, whatever he was at that point, bring him to me, or kill him. They know it. They sucked him in. Even when that guy in the restaurant, they're talking, and he's saying, Sonny's a hothead. They're never going to stop to kill him. They're going to kill him. Once he's out of the way, they have Michael, and they have the Gonzia, the lawyer, and they can negotiate with them. They're back in that position. Even though he killed the cop and the other guy, they still think they're back in that position. He's got nobody. The Gonzia, Michael can't run this whole thing by himself.
Por magnitudes gloria tu erudimenta sermas, mandator matuor, ad regenerationes gloria pervenir, est judicari vivus et mortus, in secundum perennium. Amen. Do you renounce Satan?
I've never seen a hit. This would be the greatest. It's Hollywood, but it's the greatest hit of all time. He doesn't do a good hit. He's doing 4, 5, 6 of them at the same exact time in different places. That would be only Hollywood could do that. In real life, how could you get all them people where you want them to go? One. But it shows his power now that he's hitting bosses. He's hitting guys from all over the place. He's literally winning the war with this. It's got rid of all the loose ends, all of his enemies, and the Corleone family under him is the bomb. They still try to take him on, I think, towards the end of the picture, where his brother is. They go, was it Godfather 2? So I won't go into that, but the movie is great. And looking at it, I give you my analysis, but the movie itself is great. How they wrote this, because it's fiction, and put it together and organized the Italians, our society, our heritage, the baptisms, everything we do. And Godfather 2 was even better yet. Godfather 3, they had women taking over the Mafia and all this shit. Horse shit. Nobody liked it. It didn't sell well, and that was the end of it. But Godfather 1 and 2 was great. I watched Godfather 3 for about 10, 15 minutes and just had to take it off. I couldn't watch it. Sometimes when you make some great movies like this, you got to just walk away. Leave it for history. But there's no doubt Godfather 1 and 2 were great. Maybe someday we'll just look at Godfather 2. I could talk about it for hours, but I'll save something for part 2. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite scenes and what you think of it. And if there's any other mob movies that you want me to review. Until next time, stay sharp. Adios, motherfuckers.